Hi everyone, Simon here. I hope you're all doing great. So I've had a pretty strange week. For the last as long as I can remember, people have said to me, "Have you got ADHD?" I get commented on about how much I go on about things, about my impulsive actions, my hyperactive nature, and I tend to obsess about stuff. So when I quit drinking, it was like it became my new addiction. Sobriety became my new obsession, which is a great thing. And I started reading about ADHD and how people with ADHD can have something called hyperfocus, where they latch onto something and they literally just get stuck into it. They don't let go of it until they know everything about it, understand everything about it. And it can feel a bit like a superpower, and it's incredible. I've achieved lots of really cool things using this hyperfocus, but equally, I suffer from mood swings sometimes. Off one minute I'll be in a great mood, the next minute I kind of dip into a pretty low mood, and then I snap back out of it again. I'm impulsive. Once I was stuck in a traffic jam outside a car dealership, pulled in, no intention of doing anything other than having a look for a car, and I end up spending thousands on a brand new car just completely out of impulse. And there's loads of other things. The fact that if I don't have an answer that I want right then and there, it frustrates the life out of me, and I go on and on and on about it. It's a running joke with my wife, but actually, I think it's probably down to something more serious. So anyway, long story short, yesterday I went and got assessed for adult ADHD, and I came back with my diagnosis and my leaflet about understanding ADHD in adults. And yes, I have combined ADHD. And they've given me some medication called Elvance, which is basically amphetamines or speed or whiz or whatever you want to call it. Do I want to take this? I'm not sure. I've been reading up about it and learning about the side effects, and I just don't know. I think I might try it as an experiment and see what happens. But do I want to dampen my hyper focus superpower? Not really. I like that. Do I want to stop going on and on and on about stuff? Yeah. Do I want to not have mood swings? For sure. I want to cut that out of my life. So I've read some stories of people who've had excellent experiences with this Elvance, and I've read experiences about horror stories, people not sleeping, people suffering really bad anxiety. So I'll see. Maybe I'll see how it goes, and if I try it, I'll obviously update. Now the reason for this video is how alcohol featured in this. So when I used to drink, I would still have these mood swings. I would still have these impulsive thoughts, and I would still go on and on about stuff. But what I did was I would have my wine to look forward to in the evening, and I would say to myself, well, it's all okay. You can drink tonight. You'll forget about it all. And I've realised that I was self-medicating. I was using the wine as the relief, the thing that would take away those frustrating feelings and thoughts. And I would do it every single evening. And when I quit drinking, which was around 2 years ago almost, it's basically taken away the false armour. And my wife has said to me that the ADHD symptoms have become a lot more apparent over that period of time. And it's enabled me to see the real version of myself. And sure, it's not perfect. Who is? But it's allowed me to see that. If I hadn't quit drinking, I probably would never have explored ADHD. I would have just thought this is the way I am. And of course, it is the way I am. But I would never have really dug any deeper into it. So it's enabled me to take the covering off, like peeling back the layers of an onion, and see myself for who I am. And now I can make a free choice about what to do about the ADHD. I can explore it further. Hey, it might be an excuse to write another book. Who knew? But the point is, by quitting alcohol, it really sort of shone a light on this and allowed me to get some clarity about it. And it kind of allowed people around me to see those symptoms much, much clearer, because I wasn't masking it with booze. I wasn't numbing it all out and hiding away from it. It was there. It was clear. This is who I am. And that's enabled me to go off, get my diagnosis. The symptoms, when I read them, it was like somebody had written them out personally for me. Um, which I kind of knew before I went that I had ADHD, and when I've told people around me that I've been diagnosed, nobody's been surprised, nobody's been shocked. It's like, we knew that already, Simon. Why bother? But it's nice to get some clarity on it. It's nice to know that that's what's going on. I think it'll enable people around me to be more understanding when I'm doing those things, and not get quite so frustrated with me when I'm ADHD and all over the place. Um, but yeah, the story with the tablets, I don't know. I don't know whether that's for me. I'm all about a clean life, a sober life. I don't like things that aren't natural, aren't making me the real version of myself. So do I want to put amphetamines into my body? I don't know. I really don't know at this stage. As I say, I'll update on that. But the point I'm trying to make is, by quitting alcohol, it enables you to see yourself as you truly are, warts and all. We're imperfections, perfections. We can see the real us, and then we can make free, clear choices about how we go from there, how we act from there. And I would never have uncovered this. I would have just carried on self-medicating for decades, and probably until I died. And I know who I am. I know what I am, who I am now. And ADHD, I used to think it was something reserved for naughty kids. That was my limited understanding of it, and I now know something so different, and I shall wear my ADHD badge with the same pride I wear my sober badge. I'm not ashamed about it. I'll talk openly about it, and to want other people to open up about it, because it affects so many people. And there's so many people, just like with alcohol abuse, walking around not even realizing they've got a problem with it, not even knowing about it. So let's start talking about mental health and start talking about alcohol's impact. So many people are just masking their mental health problems with booze, and not enabling themselves to see a clear picture of what's going on in their life. Well, by cutting alcohol out of my life, I've been able to see that clear picture. I've got my diagnosis. I'm going to read my Understanding ADHD and Adults brochure. Am I going to take the tablets? I know I keep saying it, I don't know. Well, it's ADHD, right? I repeat stuff, I go on and on. So I won't go on anymore. I'd love to hear what everyone thinks about this. I've already posted a bit about my ADHD in the Be Sober Facebook group, and lots of other people feeling that it's something that affects them too. So it's a really interesting conversation. And it's a conversation I'm not going to hide away from, and that we should all be talking about these things: mental health, depression, anxiety, stress, ADHD, autism. Let's get those conversations out there and open, and how alcohol is playing a part in people not getting diagnosed, hiding away, self-medicating. That clear head, that clear version of yourself. You can see yourself for who you really are, warts and all. So anyway, thanks for listening. I'll keep you updated on whether or not I explore this medication, or whether I try and find some more natural ways to manage the ADHD. Who knows? So anyway, I'll see you all soon. Bye.